three countries they're talking about is the United States, Indonesia, and India. Because at the end of the day, growth story is quite rare, especially in this platform world today. The US indeed, because back then it was 1 week after the inauguration of President Trump. He said a lot of things, but most people have seen President Trump 2016, 2020, so they could guess a little bit, although most people think he's much more measured. Number two, they talk about India before we talk about Indonesia, because India has scale, and very soon it's going to be the fourth largest economy in the world, replacing, I believe, Japan, just statistically speaking. But Indonesia is really the talk of the town because of a couple of things. Number one, people believe the growth will be there. So maybe not 8% right away, but over the course of 4 or 5 years, it could be done because they know very well the domestic consumption is growing. I think about 5.2%. And number two, they think that Indonesia has the right momentum, but not only momentum, but trust momentum as well. And apparently with President Prabowo in place and also going around the world trying to strengthen that confidence, it helps a lot, especially in the business sector. And the third one, they mentioned certainly we have scale as well. 285 million people, and they believe that Indonesia could be, we have a lot of work to do, but a gateway, let's say. So the mood is that way. On the one hand, it is a complex world, people are unsure, a lot of choppiness here and there, but they look for growth in those countries. Was quite interesting. 1 week after Davos, President Prabowo actually went to India to see PM Modi. So the two countries get together, and those two countries are also in BRICS now. People really turn their heads. Right? They want to know what these countries are up to. And one thing that's interesting about these two countries are stipulated in your 3 points. Number one, you want to grow, well, beyond 2, 3, now become 5%, India maybe 6-7%. And number two, what's also interesting is both countries actually invest in human capital. What a lot of people see is that what President Prabowo is going to do is to unlock the capital piled up in the infrastructure and put it into the human capital by way of free meals, free medical checkup, affordable housing, and so on and so forth. So people really believe in that. It's a bold move because we may not see the result right away, maybe in 5 to 10 years, but it's a necessary move because the demographic bonus is not going to come twice in our lifetime. So anyhow, this up quickly. And also, one more thing, the talk of the town is AI, right? Now the train has left the station with DeepSeek funnel. If China can do one, China will do another 100 very soon. And what they're looking for is countries that have applicability use case, and Indonesia will be the one. Right? So it is not more about technology, like people will talk about who found the internet, but the applicability of AI will be huge for countries like Indonesia, even in the same initiatives that Prabowo is talking about, the free meals, free medical checkup, affordable housing. There are many data that I think we can look at. Thank you.